To do battle here at Mill Park Lakes Reserve, and we are underway for the NFNL match of the day on your local station 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. Stefano winning the first tap, but it's a secondary stoppage immediately, and we'll have a ball up. Again, Stefano winning the tap, but I think he's given away a free kick on that occasion. It's a hold, and it is going to McGibbon, so he's the first to get. It's an early win in the ruck. There's McGibbon with the right boot. He sends it inside 50. Chutita's the target, punched away, but they kept things going through Halewood, but that kick's going to be too wide, out of bounds on the full, so an early chance goes begging. They want to be pretty accurate in front of goal today, St. Mary's. We talked about it before and just how important it is for them to be accurate. We'll see what they can do. So Mitch Kalpakis with it deep in defensive 50 for the Lions. He's going to look towards the scoreboard wing. Short ball. No, it's going to be 50 metres it must have been, so it was encroaching on the mark, so the Lions will take it up to a spot between wing and half back. It's still with Kalpakis, and he'll have to go short anyway, and that's what he does. They've got plenty of room on this wing. Now down the line is the target. Robinson was that target, the former captain, and the ball goes out of bounds right in front of the St. Mary's bench. Almost a minute and a half into the early stages of this game. Of course, we know how crucial this clash is going to be in the initial stages of the 2024 MC Labour Division 2 competition. Stefano pushed McGibbon out of it. Ball hits the deck. No one able to get a clean look at it for now. The Borough almost trying to win a clearance. They will, but they have to go backwards first. Clearing kick coming from Bruce. His kick, not a great one, and almost mopped up by the Lions, but the Borough do well to get numbers there, only momentarily. Brown got the hand pass to a teammate and then towards the pocket. It will bounce just short of Peterson, and Peterson will be happy to see that ball go out of bounds for a boundary throwing.
Bit of a tug-of-war start at the moment. Neither team really gaining ascendancy. St. Mary's looked good going forward until it was spoiled away, and they gave away a 50 to give South Morang the opportunity in their forward 50. Great tap out the back towards Brown. He's going to be tackled immediately, but that was wonderfully done by Matthew Robinson. He's showing he can do a bit of everything already. Be a target up forward and dominate in the ruck early on as he'll go again. This time against Desmond. He wins it again, and it's going to come out the back for the first goal of the day. It is there. Brilliant stuff from South Morang. I think it's Ty Hall getting on the end of it. And the Lions with the first major of the afternoon, putting St. Mary's already on the back foot.
Well, Josh, we said that Borough would have to be worried about Hun McGibbon in the ruck. Maybe it's Matthew Robinson's that's a threat.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise, just given he's pretty much played most of his career in defence, but looks like a bit of a different role. The defence is pretty strong, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Matthew Robinson can produce up in that forward line, because there's a couple of good moments from him.
The former skipper to the current skipper in that passage of play, and the fourth goal of the season for Ty Hall. Back in the middle, this time it's McGibbon, but trying to pitch that forward there was Van Zwienen of the Kobe variety. Of course, coming across from Watsonia with his brother Teague, who's not in today, but is their, I think, third or fourth leading goal kicker for the time being. We're going to have another ball wrapped up. So one straight 6 the Lions. The Borough hit to score with 3.5 into the opening term. Stefano had it covered, but okay. Oh no, he won the free kick, and the Lions take advantage. That kick inside wasn't great. The Borough mop it up pretty easily, and they'll use the handball game through Bianchin. He gets it away to Bruce, and then Bruce towards centre wing is a good kick. So now to Borough. We'll try to get through. Howden Clark couldn't quite. Had to get it off to a teammate, and they send a high ball towards half forward. McGibbon, really strong, but the free kick was given away earlier, so the Lions will win it back. Kalpakis. And the Lions are out in the middle of the ground here. DePropotis has plenty of space in front of him. Takes a bounce, the youngster. And then just going to chip this one short. Will it work for his teammate? It will. And they've still got all the numbers here to Lions. They centre the ball. They've got a couple of options in there. And a great mark from Robinson at the top of the goal square.
He's already looking super dangerous. Doesn't look like St. Mary's have been able to figure out the matchup at the moment for him. They've got a lot of tools, the Borough, but they're not looking like they're going to find the right one to go with him.
No, definitely not. Definitely not at this early stage.
And a great kick in the middle there from James Trainu.
Great head.
Trainu, I should say. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. This is Robinson now for his only 29th goal of his career. Comes in, and he's just snuck that through, I think. Wasn't confident, but it's gone through for a goal. Robinson with his 4th major of the season. And 2 quick goals for the Lions. They're 2 straight. 12. St. Mary's yet to score 5 minutes into the opening term.
I was about to say, if he shanked it, it wouldn't have come as a surprise given he spent most of his career as a defender and has only, now kicked the 29 senior goals. But he has looked really good, Matthew Robinson. Maybe another dimension into this forward line, which I wouldn't have been saying that to start this contest. But good start for the Lions.
So if we go back in the middle, I just think it was a bit too easy there for the Lions on transition as well. Seemed as though they had that outer side. The numbers there were too much, and St. Mary's were on the back foot as Stefano and McGibbon back in the middle. Neither of them could really win it cleanly as Biancan is able to clear it forward to a one-on-one. Howden Crack is there. He can't quite get it, and it'll be South Morang coming off half-back again. This kick for Robinson isn't the best, so cleaning it up is Gedge. And he goes for the dangerous inside 45, but it's going to find its way nicely. A great mark from Costello, who goes quickly to Antipas, and he takes the mark. So their leading goal kicker of the season so far, Jeremiah Antipas, he's second on the leaderboard in Division 2, gets his first look of the afternoon.
Much better build-up there from St. Mary's, you felt, Josh?
Taking the game on right there from St. Mary's, and that's exactly what they have to do, especially on this wide ground.
So good decision to go the inside 45 in the end to Costello to be able to open that up and get a good leading space for Antipas. Their leading goal kicker on the season. We'll go with his left. It's hooking, but will it stay in? It does. And St. Mary's are on the board with their first of the day and reduce the margin back to just the 1 goal. 2 goals straight, 12 South Morang, 1 straight, 6 St. Mary's.
Was kept goalless last week, Jeremiah Antipas, so a good confidence booster for him. And we talked about accuracy, Josh. Important. That had to go through, you felt like.
I was about to say about Antipas, it's not often, well, it wouldn't surprise me if he has a big day today because he's a renowned goal kicker. I think for a time there to start the season, he was the Division 2 leading goal kicker. But, they need opportunities like that. It nearly snuck through for a behind, but they need to take advantage of those, St. Mary's, and that's exactly what Antipas did.
It's not too windy today, but maybe there's a breeze pushing towards the scoreboard wing. It usually tends to be that way here at this ground, but looking at that shot on goal, it seems as though that the left to right might be the way to go for any shots on goal. So Antipas gets on the board. 2 straight to 1 straight, so very accurate from both sides so far. Stefano to tap. Brown almost controlled it, but it's going to be cleared away by Hanlon, who's kicked towards half forward. It's a bouncing ball that won't be controlled. It was bowled over from Kalpakis. Kassane tries to control it. He's kept this in front of him pretty well. He just hasn't been able to pick it up the last moment. Still Connor Kassane, who's going to snap around, and he's kicked a ripping goal. That is an excellent bit of play from Connor Kassane. He just kept that ball moving forward, didn't give up on the contest at all, and in the blink of an eye, scores a level 2 straight apiece.
I'm hoping this is the contest we're in for end on end. Just so much class inside forward 50 for both sides, and he's one that's a class act inside forward 50 or outside Connor Kassane. That is a brilliant finish there.
The second efforts were fantastic. Yeah. That's how he got his goal, because he could have easily given up and let someone else take control or let South Morang take over. This is what Stefano's done, though, in the ruck as he hits it to himself and is wrapped up immediately. We'll get another ball up. Fair to say Stefano has the early advantage on McGibbon, and as he wins that hit out again, this time barging through, but to no avail was Robinson, who's moved up to centre half forward.
Doing everything.
South Morang get the clearing kick. It was touched off the boot. Kane Hall coming in, the brother of Captain Ty, is going to be wrapped up immediately for another ball up.
So he's playing the ruck, full forward, and he's in the middle now as well. Stefano, beautiful tap. Kick inside 50 is a bouncing ball. Peterson trying to control on the full. Snapping towards goal is Peterson, and they miss to the right. So first blemish of the afternoon goes to the hosts. And Peterson gets to behind. 2-1-13 South Morang. St. Mary's are 2 straight 12. They're quickly getting this out, but Hocking unable to take the mark. Now it's Hall of the Kane variety. Tried to sell the candy and then just ran to the boundary line for safety.
Not a great kick there. 2 South Morang opponents going up again, and only the one St. Mary's player. That's a victory if you're St. Mary's.
Boundary throw in then, inside 50 for the Lions. They lead by a point. Robinson in to do the ruck. McGibbon in front. It got the tap. Brown in there as well. It gets poked out, but Bianchin off the ground is able to gain some important meterage. It only goes as far as Leonardis, who looks to go inboard. It was a good kick to Brown. Brown quickly plays on. He's got Failer inside. It didn't quite get to him. That was Caden. Now St. Mary's look to clear it away. Zhang hasn't got many options for him. And they cough it up at the moment, the Borough, and then they send it to the corridor through Failer. Peterson, the target, had 2 to beat. They try to rush it, but they're going to almost give away a goal. It's across the face and still in play towards the boundary line. That was an incredible bit of play and almost a chance there, but
that was tight.
Morang, wow.
I think that was tight. That just somehow managed to just elude everything. Maybe mistimed it there.
They look dangerous every time inside forward 50 the lines. Robinson now doing his best in the ruck. Great tackle from Ty Hall there to make sure that St. Mary's don't get the easy kick out. We'll get another ball up.
But equally, St. Mary's as well, whenever they've gone inside 50, they've looked dangerous. Both sides are looking on in attack.
100%. McGibbon wins the tap out that time, but it's gone straight to a South Morang player in Van Zwenen, who turns it over as well, and now St. Mary's will clear it, but only as far as Davies as he goes forward towards Robinson, who takes another great contested mark and is able to give the Lions potentially not their biggest lead, but a 7-point margin.
He beat 2 in that marking contest there, Robinson. 2 to beat, and he was able to win out. So maybe this defensive traits are coming to play that are still giving him a good advantage, and he's looking for his second.
So here comes Robinson directly in front, just like the last goal. This one, though, is without a doubt not a goal. In fact, it's not a score, which we were fearing was going to be the first kick. So he couldn't do 2 in a row from directly in front, and St. Mary's will hold on to a 1-point deficit.
That's the kick of a defender right there.
You'll love to hear that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Lucci, it will be to clear it away from the Borough. He's in the defensive pocket. We'll go towards the scoreboard end, right in front of the St. Mary's bench. Borough with numbers at the contest, and the mark's taken by McGibbon. McGibbon decides to go for the handball. Almost got the 1-2 back from his teammate in Dan Brauskas, but not to be. Looking for Chatita, but it was Sidhu out the back who was able to take the mark. Umpire said play on, but he was composed enough to go down the line with a good kick. And now a chance for the Lions to keep moving through. The corridor is where they look for again. A tougher kick this time, but holding his ground was the Lions. And they go towards the middle of the ground again. Sidhu under a bit of pressure. Was Muscat on that occasion. Now Sidhu's got a bit of time, and Constantinu's able to take the grab, and he's at half back and he can run. He's got space in front of him, and then with the left boot sends it towards half forward. Peterson's the target. He'll get to McGibbon, and almost punching that away was Hall, but the mark is taken by Hun McGibbon in the defensive pocket. Dangerous kick. Almost intercepted by Hall. Now in there is Van Zwenen, and Cotter did well. I was going to say to get out of it, but then it was a huge tackle laid by Ty Hall. It was too high, however, and Cotter will have it at centre half back. He's going to go towards the near side. Dangerous kick now for Lucci. It's a foot race towards the boundary line. Lucci under a bit of pressure from Wheatley. Wheatley does really well. He's got options now to give it off to. And the Lions, they do really well to keep this ball moving forward. Peterson has a few to beat at ground level. Spills out the back now for Hall. Does he get caught high? Spills the football, and it'll be cleared away now by Bruce. Bruce goes towards Sinewing broadcast side, and that mark's taken by Maggio, who wants to keep moving. Handball, not a great one. Almost a chance there for Leonardis. 2-1 works now for the Borough, and Maggio again goes towards half forward with the kick. Diving mark almost taken, not completed, however, by the Borough. The ball goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Bit going on there.
Oh, yeah.
How about the fend-off before, though?
We'll see who that ended up being.
I think it might have been Max Hayes with the fend-off, the young...
Yeah, it was.
The young gun only just coming into the senior lineup, Hayes.
He's 20 years old, but he's got the strength of a 30-year-old. That was with ease.
Boundary throw-in. It was shallow, and I reckon they're going to have to do this again. No, it's going to be a free kick to Stefano.
I think it was a ruck infringement.
Stefano will hand it off, and Van Zwenen goes towards centre wing. Peterson again the target, went through his hands, backing up his Kane Hall, who gives it back to Van Zwenen, who kept running. In fact, that was Peterson. Now bouncing ball towards half forward. Who's it going to suit here? Didn't get to Robinson. Still running on was Wheatley. Wheatley with the outside of the boot. That's a vacant goal square. Will it bounce for him? It does not. And the second behind for the Lions. They're 2-2-14. The Borough 2 straight 12. We're 14 and a quarter minutes into the opening term of the match of the day.
Not every day you see the leading goal kicker for each side, both being left footers. Kyle Wheatley and Antipas, as coming out of back line is Gedge. He goes long towards the boundary line to a 1-on-1. It won't work for either team. In fact, it will now for St. Mary's. And until that kick was out of bounds on the full, Brennan did a fantastic job on winning the 50-50. but it'll be turned over. So South Morang will look to come back inside.
It's been a running theme on the match of the day that our cars are safe. We can safely say for South Morang, it's a good spot at the moment. And the Lions have moved this already quickly to South Morang's attacking half. Inside 50 to Peterson with a one-on-one. Good punch there from Lucci. Bouncing ball is going to be tough for Neil to control. Tried to push it forward, but it's Sidhu, who's already had a bit of it early. He takes the intercept.
Looked strong at half-back.
Sidhu can go to Stefanol, who's in the middle of the grounds. He'll look for a handball receiver, you think, although he does have a good boot on him, as shown here. Deep inside 50 entry. Robinson's out the back, but Zhang take a good mark. And if he had have dropped that, the Lions are out again. This time he handballs it off to Gedge, and they'll switch it across to the opposite pocket. This is Daisley. Chipping ball was a good one for Bruce. Bruce with the right boot can go to Hocking. It doesn't get to him. In fact, is that too wide as well on the full? It is. Now, there's obviously a wind going towards that outer side, so I reckon both teams are starting now to realise that that's the case. Again, they go corridor to Lions. This one hangs up in the air. Stefano has to come and attack it. Did well to get the ball to ground. The Burrow though with the numbers. Cotter got the handball away. Now a chance again for Maggio, who gave it off to Hanlon. Hanlon in the middle of the ground will send it towards the forward line. He's got a couple of options. Off hands. The Lions with the numbers at ground level, only momentarily. Ball hits the deck. We're going to have a ball up.
Already, I think, early days. It looks like Kobe Davis is doing a run with roll at the moment on Hanlon, who looks to be a little bit quiet. We saw him very early in that first quarter, but hasn't had it since. So Stefanol couldn't get it out of the ruck, but his teammates from the midfield are able to work its way out wide, and that kick's going to be intercepted. Nice strong mark from Mitch Hocking, who's looked not too bad at half-back. He's got the job of Kyle Wheatley today. Has kept him to one behind so far. He goes long down the line to a one-on-one, goes over the back of both of them, and it looks like that will be taken out of bounds for a boundary throw, and this time a little bit closer to home for St. Mary's.
So we're almost 17 minutes now into the opening term. It's South Morang 2-2-14. St. Mary's a 2 straight 12. Stefanol the tap. The Borough try to keep this moving forward. They will. Outside of the boot. That's a great goal as well. And the Borough have the lead. It's just so quick in transition once again. They did really well from the stoppage. Got eyes on who it might be, as we want to give the credit, of course. Fantastic goal. And the Borough 3 straight, Zach. 2-2-14 for the Lions.
It's interesting because it just feels as though with the way the game's played so far, South Morang have looked a bit stronger and a bit more on top than St. Mary's. But just like with the earlier goal for Kisan and that one just there, just something out of nothing. And I think that was Brennan who was able to get the goal.
Yep.
And has just given St. Mary's the lead as they go back in the ruck. Doing well that time was Costello, who's already looked pretty good both forward and in the middle. Got it out towards their goals, but South Morang going to bounce back off half-back like they have for most of this first quarter. Taking the intercept mark, though, nicely was Lucci, who goes quickly wider. And this is probably the boundary side that St. Mary's are going to play with for most of the day, and they haven't had any success as that one goes out for a boundary throw-in.
Well, both selfishly and maybe tactically, it might be better to play it at his side purely because of that wind advantage.
Yeah.
We know that the ball is going to travel in air all the way towards that goal, that scoreboard end. So it might be worth teams utilising the near side. In the meantime, though, that's where the stoppage is on this outer side, and it'll be cleared away again by St. Mary's, although cut off by Mitch Kalpakis. Always so reliable. The Lions, while they're happy to use the Coral, not either wing, and that's where they go again. They're going to go towards Davies. You have to dive forward to take that mark, and he does.
They got the numbers, though.
Davies has got Potter as an option, and it might go over his head. Great work from Halewood to intercept that ball, keep moving forward, but then he's going to be out-muscled here by Potter, and then Halewood with the second effort. That is outstanding from the 23-year-old. He did really well there to force that issue, and now Antipas can send it deep inside 50s. This is another chance for St. Mary's. Goes over the head of a couple. Still a chance for the Borough. Neil, can he keep it in play? They do keep it in play. Bianchi now coming for support. The Lions, they kick it off the ground, and they get out of trouble to South Morang, and now they'll move through Robinson. Robinson goes down the line towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Getting there first here should be Maggio. Does he want to keep this ball in play? He doesn't. and out of bounds, the boundary throwing goes.
Like you said, what an effort by Halewood. It looked like size was the better, was probably his main weakness against Potter, but the spoil with not even looking was fantastic, and then the tackling effort to make sure he had enough time to bring in extra numbers to the contest. They end up getting it inside forward 50. Could have potentially scored, but brilliant effort from the 23-year-old.
Tap goes to the Borough, getting there first. Looks like it was Desmond's. Will have a secondary boundary throw in. So some great signs here from both teams, and as we get to time on now, it's the Borough that actually have the lead at the moment. So boundary throw in again. The tap this time coming from Costello, who's doing some ruck work. And the Borough looking to clear it away, or did they go in the wrong way? Hanlon kept his ground really well. Got the handball through, and now bursting through are the Borough through Maggio. They go straight down the middle of the ground. Will the bounce suit? Failer had to get the handball away to Muscat. Umpire has said he's thrown that.
Wow.
So Liam Failer's handball was not, in fact, a handball. It was a throw, and it's going to be in the possession of the Borough through Nicholas Brennan, who was the last goal kicker.
We got a late change as well for South Morang. Josh Renahan has come in for James Houston.
Ooh, that's a big blow because Houston kicked 5 last week for South Morang. In the meantime, here's a chance here for Brennan. That wind's not going to carry it, and it's a great mark taken in defence by the Lions. So thanks for that update, Josh. Renahan coming in. He is one of those experienced players, at least, is Renahan.
Was he part of that 2022 Premiership?
Absolutely he was, yes. So Leonardis in the meantime will get it towards centre wing out of side. Almost right in front of the South Morang bench. It's a 4-point lead to the Borough as it stands. And they'll just chip it around for the time being. Kalpakis again. He'll get a Muscat. Now, Muscat doesn't have many options here. The Borough have set up really well here in defence. And he's going to make Robinson work for this footy. It's going to be a tough one for him. Getting a hand on it was Costello, and Robinson recovered really well. Down the line, he's going to go with this kick. Will work for Potter. Can he get the handball through? No, he's just going to take it himself. Potter got the handball away. Now a chance for that man, Renahan, who takes the tackle, takes the bounce. 40 metres out from goal, and missing to the left. That would have been perfect timing, having just known that he's come into the game, and then kicks a goal like that. But not to be. It's a behind, and the Borough lead by 3.
So Maggio, take it out of the back, and it's a nice kick up to Halewood, who's looked good so far on that wing. His handball, though, wasn't great on that occasion, putting Hocking under enormous pressure. In fact, I think I could hear Lachlan Potter from here saying, "Thank you very much, I will wrap you up." And then make sure that ball does not get any further. There's Costello and Robinson in the ruck now. Costello winning it on that occasion. Hanlon couldn't quite pick it up, so it's going to work for Hall, the captain for South Morang. Gets it off towards half-back to Renahan, whose kick looks not too bad to Stefano, resting up forward at the moment. Zhang does well to evade. Now gets it quickly off to the direction of Biancan, and they'll clear it out here, St. Mary's, nicely. Great composure from that man, Halewood again, who then goes wider and finds his teammate in Daisley.
Daisley's kick smothered, though, off the boot. Doing well was Brown. Can Daisley recover? No, he's going to just be absorbed in the tackle. The option was fine from Bianchin, but it was just at the end of the day. Daisley, unfortunately, just won't able to get the kick through, but we're going to have a ball up. Only a few metres away from the boundary line. Lead of 3 points in favour of the Borough. They'll be happy with this going into quarter time. Robinson, McGibbon does really well, and he'll clear away for the Borough. Goes down the line with his kick, one-on-one. Ball hits the deck. Cotter front and centre, just rushes through. The league best and fairest from last year. Gets the handball away to Antipas. He finds Bianchin tight on the boundary. Bianchin's going to go towards the corridor of inside 50. It's off hands. Still a chance for the Lions and the Borough here. We're tight on the behind post. Leonardis almost got the handball away to Hall. Cotter will see this ball out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Did well, Tane Cotter, just to steam through that contest, and haven't really called his name an awful lot in this opening quarter, but that moment was probably a really good one to hopefully, for his sake, kickstart a good game today.
Boundary throwing out the back. It's a chance for Kassane. Got the handball away, and Leonardis with a crunching tackle will force another ball up. 24 minutes into the first term. The lead is 3 points in favour of the visitors. Tap back, almost worked for Costello. Kassane almost struck the tackle, had to handball it away. Didn't get to Hanlon. Davies picks it up for the Lions. Got the handball away now. Potter on his favourite wing. Takes a bounce. Takes a second. He gets his side out of trouble. The handball to Peterson. He just has to track back a little bit. Then sends a really high ball. Tight on the boundary line. Wheatley nearly a mark. Now a chance for the Lions again. The kick inboard is a beauty. And South Morang all over it. And Davies, who started it all, is going to have another shot on goal.
Great composure from Kobe Van Sween and could have easily done a handball over the top to a teammate. Decided not to. Could have gone for goal. Decided not to. Finds Kobe Davies in a really good range.
That's a good example of lowering the eyes right there. Better angle as well for Davies for this shot on goal.
For his 7th of the season, will kick from just inside 50. Slight angle to speak of for Davies. Puts a lot of air in that kick, and it's going to be across the face and maybe not even register a point. It won't. It'll be a mark on the line to Nick Gedge, and he'll clear it away now to Abbott. Abbott down the line. It's gone over the head of Costello, but running onto it is here Brennan.
Look at the
Brennan
pace.
takes a bounce. He goes towards the 50-metre line. Vacant goal square and missing to the right. And the lead is now 4 points, 3-1-19 St Mary's, South Morang 2-3-15. And there's your sign of how dangerous transition footy can be.
Well, there's some players out here today who can really run and probably give Usain Bolt a run for his money with how fast they are.
He's an exciting
in open play.
He's an exciting prospect as well, Nicholas Brennan.
He sure is, Van Sween, and he's got his hands on the footy a lot this quarter. This handball, what a move from Constantinu. Is able to move it backwards, though, to Sidhu, who takes his time and goes further back. And South Morang are going to look to switch it now. They go towards the outer side where Ty Hall's all by himself. He gives it off to the running Renahan, who now goes long and wide and is able to find Propoporis, who isn't able to get the mark. In fact, spoiling it there was Lucci. But South Morang are able to keep their composure and stay ahead of the contest. Trey News out in space now. Looks to go inside forward 50. It's a high ball towards... Who's going to take it? Peterson couldn't take the mark. Umpire, no free kick there. Could have been chop of the arms. Cleaning up the mess at ground level was hockeying, and we'll get a ball up deep inside South Morang's forward 50.
Poor communication there. That was a good opportunity for Peterson to take the mark and go back for goal.
Stefanel's tap will be cleared by Lucci. Bouncing ball, though, won't work for either side. Brown, the man in front. Daisley got straight into him. A secondary stoppage right in front of our commentary position. 26 and a half gone in the first term.
I apologise to Adam for absolutely butchering his name.
The Propertus.
Added too many P's in there.
Ball gets tossed up. Stefanol happens to the best of us. He's going to wrap up his opponent, just lift him off the ground and let him know he's around. That's a scary prospect when you've got Stefanol running at you. Ball gets tossed up again. He'll try his luck. Stefanol got the tap, but McGibbon did well. Stefanol rebounded. Trianu with the outside of the boot. Banana! That's why he's second in the coaches' MVP votes. A brilliant finish on the run, and the Lions take back the lead. They're 3-3-21. St Mary's are 3-1-19.
But just how about the strength as well from Nathan Stefanol in ruck? It's been on show all day. He's got a much bigger frame than Huon McGibbon, who is a pretty decent size, but I don't know, they might look to change things up in ruck because Stefanol has definitely got on top of McGibbon.
Well, Stefanol is resting forward. He's been forward for the majority of the back end of this first quarter, but also brilliantly the shepherd to be able to clear up some space for Trainu so he could steady, show some bit of composure and finish that goal. Brilliant stuff from Stefanol.
So back in the middle we go. McGibbon, great tap to Desmond, who's going to clear it here for the Borough. Sends it towards the top of the goal square. Chititas a target. Punched away, though. Will still work here. Daisley almost got to the spot. It's going to be punched towards the boundary line. And then Hall to Kalpakis. They're dancing on the boundary line at the moment. Kalpakis, he's done well to keep that in play, then lost the footy, so still a chance for the Borough. Bianchin just got boots of ball, and it's going to work out as well. The mark is taken by Costello, and the Borough can reply almost immediately here as we tick towards quarter time.
He's looking really good, seeing Costello up forward and as that backup ruckman to Huon McGibbon. Maybe move him up the ball a bit more, but it's a good opportunity for him.
That might be the matchup, I think, for the rest of the day. Costello, Stefanol in the ruck. Because McGibbon can hold his own up forward.
He's been in the best in 4 or 5 games, and on the quarter-time siren, Costello will come in, but he misses to the right. And that will do for the opening term here at Mill Park Lakes Recreation Reserve. What a great quarter of football we have seen between these two sides. That's why they're right up there in this competition. And at the first break, it's South Morang 3-3-21, who lead St Mary's 3-2-20. The goal kickers so far this afternoon, well, it was Ty Hall, it's Matthew Robinson, and it's Ben Peterson as well, who've been able to get the goals on the board for the Lions. For the Borough,